Den of the Wolfman, the novella prequel to the novel Wild River by Ronald M. Kimmons. Chapter 7. Bonda stood with Lieutenant Cartman of the Wild River Police Department, looking down upon the unholy scene of 3 bodies lying bound upon the floor. They all had seemingly died within the last month, though not at the same time. The upstairs windows had been opened, but that did little to relieve everyone of the smell that permeated the place. Cartman held a handkerchief over his mouth and nose, for what little good that did. "Good to see you again. Riverman, is it?" "Bonda's Riverman, yes." "You've done a service to the city, truly. I wish there had been a reward for catching the beast. I would love to give you one." "How is the boy?" asked Bondas. "Recovering," said Cartman. "It is a miracle you saved him. He is an orphan. Homeless. We were not even looking for him because no one was missing him." "Well, I am glad that he is recovering," said Bondas. "As for the killer, you described him as a beast, and for sure he was a beast. However, I do not believe that he was the Wolfman." Cartman squinted at him. "Why would you say that?" "Look at the bodies," said Bondas, gesturing to them. "Notice anything? Other than the fact that they were clearly tortured to death?" "Where are the bite marks?" asked Bondas. Cartman paused at that. "There is no sign of any mastication at all," Bondas continued. "Not on these bodies, and not on the boy. There are plenty of injuries, broken bones, punctures, lacerations, abrasions, but no bite marks, none at all." Cartman nodded. "Eli Trencher was practically disassembled when we found her. He tore her apart and gnawed on her bones. We had to cart her away in a bag like scraps from a restaurant. With her and with his other victims, he killed them rather quickly, whereas these poor souls clearly took a while to die." Cartman looked at Bondas. "So we've been dealing with multiple deranged serial killers, and we didn't even know it." "Do you think they may be related?" asked Bondas. "I want to think so, but as you've noted, there is no apparent connection other than synchronicity. Every aspect of their methodology is different. We don't yet know who these men were," said Cartman, gesturing to the bodies. "But as with the boy, we were not even looking for them. It seems that this fellow was specifically choosing victims who would not be missed. He was methodical. The Wolfman seems to be more impetuous." "They are quite different," said Bondas, "but other than synchronicity, I know of at least one other similarity." "Oh?" "House Tokrawu seems very interested in both." Cartman nodded again. "Those patricians ignore rape, theft, and murder in the general population for the most part, but this kind of thing is very distressing to them for some reason. Killing for money is fine, but killing for fun is not. It's like they take that personally." Bondas turned toward the door. "Well, I can't take this smell any longer," he said. "Hey, hold on a minute," said Cartman. Bondas turned back to him. "Have you ever thought of being a detective?" asked Cartman. "I think you can be great on the police force." "My application was denied twice," said Bondas. He held up his hand and peeled the back of his glove away to reveal his tattoo. "Oh, I see," said Cartman. "I can pull some strings." "You shouldn't need to," said Bondas. "Anyway, thank you, but I do think the independent life suits me better." "I understand." "Do tell me if you change your mind, though." "I will." He and Cartman descended the stairs together and went out the front door of the building. While the sun was unpleasantly hot, it was still a relief to escape the stench. "One more thing," said Cartman. He took a necklace from his pocket and held it up for Bondas to see. "What do you make of that?" Bondas held out his hand, and Cartman placed the necklace there. Bondas then inspected the wooden totem that hung from it. It was a carving of 3 ghoulish faces, the one in the center larger than the other 2, all with their mouths gaping in a wail to the heavens. "Looks pagan," said Bondas. "Quite." "Where did you get it?" "We found it at the Eli Trencher crime scene. It may be that she tore it from her attacker." Bondas blinked at that. "May I borrow this?" he asked. "I'm afraid not," said Cartman. Disconcerted by that response, Bondas removed the glove from his hand and gripped the totem with his bare fingers.